Park on lease, and we don't, along with the American Legion post, which is headed by Gaither Keener. We don't have American Legion baseball, which is your 16, 17, 18-year-old boys. And they get a lot of exposure to college. That's a big development right now that's in.
Yeah.
Of course, we tried to buy some land to build another small ball field down back to Memorial Park. Of course, we don't build it. If we get that land, we don't build it. We got one canoe access, and we don't build another one up there if we can get that money.
Yeah.
And we have a real nice walking trail down at Memorial Park, which is donated by Wells Baptist Hospital in Wells Fargo. It's a $7,200. The signs and everything was $7,200, and it cost us $1,200. They paid the rent. It's for heart patients and people to walk, and then they stop exercise stations and it tells them what to do. And,
I didn't even know you had that.
That's well used.
I bet so. A lot of people are conscientious about their exercise now, more so now than 20 years ago, weren't they?
Oh yeah. People run. They get out on the streets and they do themselves more damage on the highway, and they get down there on the dirt. It don't jar their insides like the pavement does.
Right. That pavement is hard to run on.
Walking's better for you than jogging.
Yeah. If you're running on that hard pavement, it's hard on your feet and your whole body, really, I think.
Oh yeah, people that jog a lot have a lot of knee problems.
Yeah.
But people that walk on the dirt and through the woods and things, it's a lot better for you.
That dirt cushions the steps.
Oh yeah.
Makes it softer.
Right. Yeah, the town's come a long way since 1957. It has.
And recreation has made some big strides.
The recreation has gone beyond it. It's busted at the seams. We still got a lot of ground to cover. We don't have the money we used to have though.
Yeah. There's always going to be a demand, I guess, for recreation facilities.
Oh yeah.
And as there becomes more people, there's going to be a bigger demand. More things to do. 20 years ago, I don't guess you would have thought of this exercise trail, this walking trail for heart patients and older people who want to walk and exercise.
Well, 20 years ago, people didn't have the heart attacks they have now because they took their time and they got out and done things. And they worked hard. And they didn't have no cholesterol problems because everybody.
They didn't even know what it was, hardly did they?
They didn't know. But now the pace of life's changed and everything, and everybody's got more time on their hands, less working hours, and you got to provide for them.
Yeah.
A lot of times they want these things, but they don't want to pay the taxes which it takes to keep them.
That's right. Yeah, that's the way many people are. They want the service and the facilities, but they don't want to have to shell out some tax dollars to help develop and support such things. But in the long run, I think if people get educated to these kind of things, it might even make it easier to get them. Because you know, when a lot of people donate, that they know what the importance of recreation is when they donate money to such facilities.
Oh yeah, those type of people, they understand it.
Yeah.
They know it has to be paid for. I mean,
but a lot of taxpayers, they don't quite accept it as readily, do they?
No, not. But they're pretty good.
You've evidently done real well from all that's gone on here in North Wilkesboro. And like I say, I've been in Raleigh and I've heard your name mentioned down there. Recreation people down there in Raleigh.
Well, North Wilkesboro is well known.
Yeah.
At the state conference this past year.
Meritorial Award, is that something they give you?
That's
Extra.
This is the meritorial service thing. You're nominated by your fellow regulators based on your service and what you've done.
Yeah.
And I got this in High Point back in November, which I'm real proud of.
I'm sure you are. That's.
They only give out about 2 or 3 of these a year. And some years they don't give any. I did have statistics on how many. I think there's been 20 of these given.
Uh-huh. And you were the recipient of one, which it must speak highly for a fella
Well,
to get that, because you've done a good job, obviously.
I was honored because, see, my fellow recreators from Boone and Winston-Salem and Surrey and the northwestern part of the state nominated me. I was unaware of it. They're the ones that nominated me for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes to show what North Wilkesboro, our Recreation Commission, who are a bunch of outstanding men, and they really put their time and effort into this thing.
Yeah.
That's about all I can ramble on right now. It'd take me 2 weeks if I told you everything.
I'm sure it would. You could probably sit here and talk for 2 weeks and just and still not tell it all. And what we've got is for history, and I'm going to go probably tomorrow and take pictures of these facilities too for this tape, so people can see a lot of what we've been talking about here.
Let's get one more here.
Okay.
Now this is one of our latest senior citizen things, which, like I say, this is our outstanding thing here.
That's been one of the programs I'm sure you must be prouder of than some of the others.
Now, this is one of my Recreation Commission. This is when I get them all out. Of course, we have our recreation meetings. We have about a 98% attendance. That's the reason we've grown so much.
People take interest, don't they?
Well, let's just count the years up. Walter McSwain, 30 years. Herman Providence, 17 years. Tom Ogden, about, 26 years. He's been on since 1960. That's
73 years right there.
That's 73 years. Then we've got, of course, we had Dr. Newton serve. He served 17 years and died.
That's 90.
And Mr. Ingram served about 7 years and died. And but the present board together there, we've got the 30 and the 26 and the 17, and Mr. Reginald about 6 or 7, and Doris Potter's been on there about 17 or 18. So we've got over 100 years there just on the present board.
Yeah.
Most boards change, but
yeah, the membership changes rapidly, doesn't it?
But ours don't.
Hey there.
And this is my better house here.
I thought that was. I just knew and reason that must be her when she came in, and she smiled because she didn't know it. She got on candid camera, but she did. Yeah,
I told him I didn't know we was gonna do this. I wouldn't have let him come.
I don't.
This is the park that is located in the Highland Park section of North Wilkesboro. This is the entrance. This is the entrance to the park. Looking back at the entrance from the gate, which is closed The view we have here is where the entrance comes into the park off of Park Road in the Highland Park section. This is the road leading into the park, down into the main section where the picnic facilities have been developed. As you can see, the rough winter weather has caused a tree to be blown or to fall across the road, which Mr. Bush says will not be removed until later to keep unwanted visitors out of the park. Here now we're getting in to the park where we see some of the facilities for people to use when visiting the park. This view here is of the parking lot, which is paved where people can park while visiting this area. This is a picnic shelter. This is another picnic shelter located at the parking lot at one end near the entrance to the park. And here you have a view of the parking lot with a larger picnic shelter at the other end, in which bathroom facilities and storage rooms are attached to that shelter. This is another view closer up of the large picnic shelter, which, as you can see, is rather nice to have here in this area. This is the back of the picnic shelter, where we see more facilities to be used by people visiting the park. This is the back of the picnic shelter.